Hello BookTube, I'm Shawn the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel and Doris of Aldiss Books channel. This is the next in a series of videos where we discuss the individually bound volumes of Faber stories that have been published this year for Faber's 90th. And next up is Three Types of Solitude by Brian Aldiss. Brian Aldiss died a couple years ago, aged 92, and he was a science fiction writer primarily, and also known as a short story writer. Born in 1925 in Norfolk, England, died in Oxford 2017. Influenced by H.G. Wells, he wrote the 1969 short story Super Toys Last All Summer Long, which was the basis for the Spielberg film AI in 2001. He's associated with the British New Wave of science fiction. I have to say that I passionately hate science fiction, and luckily, I thought it didn't seem like this story was sci-fi. There's 3 stories in here, so in this first installment of the video, to launch the discussion, I will be discussing the first of the 3, Happiness in Reverse. And even though it wasn't really sci-fi, it was a little bit unrealistic, I guess, but kind of more of a fable. It's the worst short story I have read in recent memory that I didn't bail on, and the chances of me bailing before I finish the next 2 are extremely high. It was just the worst. It read like a story he wrote in 22 minutes and never edited. It's just, there's nothing about it. It's the description of a story. A judge in Oxford gets left by his wife, and she moves to the south of France, and then he writes her letters, and the letters are in italic text. 90% of this awful garbage bucket of a short story are in italics because they're the letters he's writing to her about a case that he's judging. And she accuses him early on of making up the details of the case as a way of telling her a story about their marriage. And then, spoiler alert, at the end he admits that that's what he's doing. It was this, and the story is so freaking boring about a man who is on an abandoned island and makes a ventriloquist dummy, which the dummy then learns to reproduce asexually, and then the wooden men take over society. I guess that's sci-fi, isn't it? Or something stupid like that. It was just awful! Doris, I want to bail. If you hated the first story as much as I did, can we bail? If you didn't, or if you tell me that I have to read at least one more story for bailing, I will definitely do that, but only because I love you. But if you want to bail, let's hold hands and jump together. Can we?
Hey, Shawn. I would gladly jump off that bailing cliff with you if I hadn't already read these. So, yeah, they are just as bad. The first one, whatever, Reverse Happiness, the title is the best part of that story. Happiness in Reverse. It was like a solid effort for a creative writing class. Solid effort. But why anyone published it, I do not know. Wow. Just wow. But moving on, I'm so sorry. I do not have anything else to add. You said it all. It's just terrible. But please. You know, I was just sitting in my chair as I was reading the first one, and I got to the end and I was shaking my head, and the cat had fallen asleep in my lap, and I said, let me just go ahead and finish while I'm sitting here because it's really short anyway. Yeah, you have my permission to bail on this book. You do. However, would you please just close us out by reading page 19, just the bottom paragraph, and page 22, just the bottom paragraph, and share your reaction. I need another laugh. Thank you for the first. I need another one. That's all I got.
Hey Doris, well you drive a hard bargain, but let's do this. I'm about to do my homework. Bottom of page 19. Arthur Skunnersman. He appeared everywhere. His women friends were many. He treated each one well, but casually. He was uninterested in their inner lives. It was rumored that on occasions he slept between a lady and her son. That's fascinating. Oh, I'm so moved. It's just powerful. Brian Aldiss is not interested in his character's inner lives. What the hell? 22. She insisted that they made love in the missionary position. She reached orgasm quickly and calmly. They lived lives on strictly regulated mediocrity. Oxford was never mentioned. Not even the comma. Oh, Doris, why did you make me do that? I'm about to go lose my breakfast. A calm orgasm. And Brian Aldiss wrote prose of strictly regulated mediocrity. Thanks for watching. Thanks for letting me bail, Doris. I love you.